Okay, there we go. So we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. I think we're in good shape now, or at least we should be. Huh. Hmm. Sorry, give me one second. I can't figure out. This is just if it looks normal on stream, and it's like my computer that has a funny.
It's not working yet?
Well, I can't tell. I need to preview the stream.
Oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead and just give us. Let's see. What do we have going here? Go ahead and take it away, man. I've got camera locked on Pebbles here, so looks like.
alright, so yeah, there's an issue a bit here and Monarch face 4 heroes from the Legion team and get caught off. So yeah, their bloodlust goes to the Legion team. So really early work placed by Legion team. That's well done. They actually blocked the creep camp there and managed to cut off 1 kill as well. So yeah, really I did not expect that to actually happen. So yeah, I mean Monarch maybe he got actually not be careful down there and just get caught off there. So he should play more, be more careful.
Yeah, right there. That I sort of was 50-50 on my other monitor here, but from what I saw, it just seemed like Monarch was up way too far forward with no vision. We see the ward came down to block the pull here, so they had plenty of sight on Monarch, and I just poked his head just a bit too far forward. We do have a tri-lane here up in the top. It is going to be a Bombardier Predator Monarch tri-lane, and right now it's just a solo Rampage here in the Suicide, so we'll see what Killer X can do. I can't imagine it's going to be a lot to start off this game. In the mid lane, we do have Witch Slayer facing off solo Pebbles at the moment. Looks like Plague Rider was kind of hanging around the mid and has since roamed down to the bottom. Aluna stacking, or at least trying to. Their pull is warded as well. And then we have Dark Lady down here facing off against the Suicide Hag. What do you think here, Min? Hero lineups? Any overall impressions about these lanes?
Yeah, I think they should actually swap the bottom lane to the top lane for the Legion team. I mean, right now Rampage can't even get any farm or merely gain any experience from the lane. So it's pretty bad, and Predator is getting free farm all the way. So if they manage to swap the tri-lanes, and it should work out fine. Yeah, that's what I think for the laning phase for the Legion team.
Yeah, so what do you think about Predator overall? I mean, Dark Lady in my mind is kind of the hard carry of all hard carries. Do you think Predator is going to be able to keep up? I mean, in this kind of tri-lane against a long lane Suicider, you can kind of expect both of them are going to get close to maximum farm. We see Dark Lady sitting 8-1 and Predator sitting at 10-6. It looks like they might be able to set up a kill onto Hag right here. Dark Lady going to go in with the silence. There's the power throw from Aluna, and Hag going to be able to blink out. I don't know if they're going to be able to secure this kill. Doesn't look like it. Hag doing a pretty nice job down here in this Suicide. Much better than Rampage, thanks to that blink mechanic. But again, thoughts on Predator against Dark Lady?
Okay, well, Predator is a strength carry and Dark Lady is a agility carry. So definitely Dark Lady will surpass Predator in late game. So because one thing, Dark Lady had silence, so Predator can't actually do his magic immune, which is the Stone Height, as well as the leap. So what he can do is just to whack, and yeah, that's pretty much. So I don't think Predator will be able to be any threat to the Legion team if they just do this farming strategy for both teams, like just farming all the way. But one important point is Rampage definitely needs some farm. If Rampage does not have any farm, he's really very squishy as well.
Yep, absolutely right. He is. That's a perfect way to put it. He is probably the worst candidate for this right here. I mean, this is the problem that I was talking about. You have two lanes already occupied that need farm. Pebbles in the mid and Dark Lady down here in the bottom. There's nowhere else to put Rampage. Ideally, you'd want to put Plague Rider in that Suicide in my mind, but still, who's Rampage going to farm with? I mean, maybe he could farm in the jungle. At this point, he might as well, because he's getting absolutely nothing here. Just burn some potions, buy a couple of tangos, and, you know, farm that easy camp. That might not be a bad way to go. At least he's not dying, though, because this is kind of a scary tri-lane up here. They've allowed to disable with that Bombardier, Monarch, and Predator. A lot of burst damage as well. Looks like Hag at the bottom, though, might be in a little bit of trouble. Stun from Luna going to come out. There's the Nova from Plague Rider. Blink into the shop. I don't know. Hag might still be in a little bit of trouble. 8 seconds before Blink's going to be up again. 2 more auto attacks ought to do it. They're not going to have it. Luna, of course, only level 2. Not going to have a long-range power throw. And again, Hag is going to get away, so you can see the difference in the suicide lane potential. Rampage versus Wretched Hag. 14 and 6 on that Hag. That's pretty nice here. 5 minutes in.
Yeah, the Wretched Hag really doing really well as suicide lane, heading a 200 GPM mark. Oh, there's a engage going in the middle.
Yeah.
Which they actually pick off Pebbles.
Yeah, kind of an interesting engage. I caught it right before they went in. It looks like Pebbles just got a little too hasty. I don't know how that level disparity happened. Let's take a look at the farms. Maybe there it is. 14 and 1 Pebbles, 27 and 11 Witch Slayer. So he's just been denying farm. Looks like Pebbles has been controlling the runes a little bit, and he's fallen way behind. Level 6 Witch Slayer now. He got it just at the last second. Dropped a silver bullet right on his face, and yeah, level 4 just not high enough for the combo to one-hit kill Witch Slayer, unfortunately for Pebbles.
Yep. When for the Witch Slayer build, he actually played the Mana Drain build. So, wow, and it's really irritating for Pebbles because currently his Power Drain is at level 2, I think. Yeah, level 2.
Yep.
So you see, there you go. Pebbles can't really do anything much. So
Yeah.
he keeps margin, so it's really tough for Pebbles at the mid lane.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is one of these cases where we don't see Witch Slayer in that solo mid lane role too often. I mean, it does happen occasionally, but against a Pebbles like this, it just works so well. We see him unable to farm. Witch Slayer does him back up a little bit, so we'll see him get a couple less hits in. Witch Slayer will have to be careful, though. Once Pebbles gets to the level 7, level 8 mark, that combo is still going to do a lot of damage if he's going to farm be able to farm up a mana ring. I don't know. He could still turn this around. Pebbles is definitely a snowball hero that, with a couple of ganks, can quickly make it happen. And this tri-lane down at the bottom, I'm sort of surprised Plague Rider and Luna haven't roamed to the mid too much. Witch Slayer is a pretty easy target compared to Wretched Hag, so maybe they can move mid and set up a nice easy kill with all that burst damage they have with Pebbles there.
Yeah, definitely. They could like roam either to mid or to top.
Yeah.
So they can catch up some kills because it's really difficult for them to actually land kills on Wretched Hag unless Dark Lady is powered enough to actually silence Hag all the way. So yeah, so they can actually have the thought of roaming around.
Absolutely, and look at that GPM chart, man. We see a pretty big difference. You'd even just look at the gold difference on the top, about 4K experience, just about 2.3K gold in favor of the Hellborn side. It's all tied up 1-to-1 in kills here, 7.5 minutes in, so that is just all farm difference for the most part. Looks like we could see some action down here in the bottom lane. Wretched Hag is now level 6. This Luna needs to be a little bit careful. That Bat Blast could probably just kill a Luna right now. 260 HP. It hits for 290. I don't know. Hag had potential to pick up a kill there if he wanted to blow the ultimate on a solo Luna kill.
Yeah, he could actually go for the kill because they don't really have any CC, any stuns or disable. I mean, there is one stun from a Luna. Oh, there's a engage going on at the top, so they managed to bring down Rampage.
Yep, and that's sort of what I was talking about earlier with Rampage being that scary hero. And, you know, on the bottom, Wretched Hag is going to use the Bat Blast onto Plague Rider. I did miss it, but that's exactly what I was picturing happening to a Luna just a few moments ago. But yeah, up in the top, Rampage stepped up just a bit too far forward. The slow and disables for Monarch. It makes for an easy sticky bomb by Bombardier there. And of course, the follow-up from Predator. There's no getting away from that.
Bottom lane.
Yeah, Dark Lady. There it is. The silver bullet going to come out. Unfortunately for Teal. Going to step a bit too far forward. The burst damage from the silver bullet plus the sonar screen from Hag. Going to be too much. Hellborn side going to be ahead now 4-1. Up in the top lane, though, Bombardier now going to be in some trouble. Sticky Bomb's going to be on the ground. And he might actually survive this. Rampage going to have that Stampede coming up in just a moment. Tower going to start hitting him. I don't think Bombardier can survive this. Is Rampage fast enough? I think he is. Is anybody in the vicinity to take him out? We've got Predator and Monarch in hot pursuit. This could actually erupt into a pretty interesting engage. We see Pebbles on the way. They're going to make something happen. There it is. Witch Slayer going to finish off Rampage. Pebble's going to head back to the lane. Plague Rider not even going to make it to the action. So what could have been eruptive actually ending, well, pretty predictably, I guess. Witch Slayer, who's just picked up a portal key, going to show it off right there and pick up another kill. Down in the bottom lane, Hag in a little bit of trouble. The silence from Dark Lady, but yeah, that blink's going to be up. Luna with the power throw, not going to be off cooldown in time, not going to be in range for the stun. Unfortunate again for this bottom lane. The elusive Wretched Hag gets away, Min.
Yeah, that's right. Because, I mean, a potential hero in a suicide lane, you can't really bring him down unless Dark Lady, like what I say, Dark Lady is powerful enough. Actually, it's possible, but I don't think solo. I mean, Dark Lady is not able to solo Wretched Hag. He needs some support from either Plague Rider or a Luna. So, yeah, but right now they actually roam to the top lane and to make a tower push, I think. Yeah, so.
Yep. We've got all four of them up here. It's an interesting choice from our Legion team, and kind of unfortunate in my mind, just because they're all so underleveled already. I mean, being behind by 7k experience 10 minutes in is pretty scary. If you look at that graph, a huge disparity. Even their mid lane is, well, really kind of behind in the grand scheme of things. If you look at it, at sitting only 200 XP per minute, Witch Slayer sitting at 515. That's just not where you want to be. So grouping up, maybe they're feeling like they're behind, so they need to make something happen. Maybe a tower would be a way to make it happen. They just need the levels. Like right now, they need this tiny level 8, this Pebbles level 8 as quickly as possible. And right now, that is just not happening.
Yeah, Pebbles needs to get his level so he can really snowball, and right now he's still sitting at level 6 while Witch Slayer is at level 10, so it's pretty much, wow, that's nice dodge by Witch Slayer using that portal key at his fullest potential. So yeah, like I said, Pebbles is still sitting at level 6 and he's not really to actually snowball really hard right now, and he's trying to get some level at middle lane right now. Yeah, so
yep, he's going to have that double damage on, so that's going to allow him to farm up at least a couple of creeps here. Like you said, so nicely done by Witch Slayer with that portal key, especially knowing that there was a double damage in that bottle. Pebbles, he had potential for a kill right there if he got a couple of auto attacks off, so very nicely done by the squishy Witch Slayer. Of course, with portal key, it's a great investment. It can open up a lot of doors for you, but it can be a double-edged sword. If you get engaged on, it gives you no stats, no survivability. So very nicely done. Just to reiterate yet again.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So once you get a portal key, make sure you use it to its fullest potential. If not, it's just a waste of gold. Yeah, so there's engage going at the bottom lane. Wow, a silver bullet to the Dark Lady, and be able to bring him down. And there's no wards coverage at the bottom lane for the Dark Lady to actually farm safely. Even though he's at the safe lane, but it's not safe at all. With Witch Slayer with portal key, so yeah.
Absolutely, and it was nicely done by Witch Slayer yet again. He ported the tower when the creeps weren't in range, did a very sneaky assault, and Dark Lady really didn't see it coming. I was going to say it'd be nice to have a ward here, I can see it on my screen, that little peninsula in the river to cover the bottom rune, gives you some sight of the jungle, but I don't know that it really would have helped him much there. Unfortunate for Dark Lady. I don't know, he's falling behind very quickly, and this Wretched Hag continuing to impress me with how well she's been farming, sitting 1-0-2. Look at that creep score, man. 52 and 12. The other suicide laner Rampage sitting 6-0. Speaking of Rampage, yeah, he's going to fall up in the top lane. Power throw going to connect with a couple of them, but yeah, that's going to be the end of the engage. This Rampage really, he couldn't have had a worse start, I don't think, in the way of farm.
Yeah, he had a really bad start. I mean, I can't imagine if you send a Rampage to a suicide lane with a tri lane. So it's, unless if it's a 1v1 suicide lane, then it works out fine. But if it's against a tri lane, I don't think it actually work out fine, because he does have a horn strike to actually knock out one of the hero, but it's not enough actually. They will still be able to take him down, so he does not have any escape mechanism at all in this case. So it's not really a wise decision, and he should actually send them to the safe lane and actually put their tri lane on top on par to the Hellborn's Team Tri-Lane. So actually it will turn out far better than this. At least Rampage can get some farm from here. So like what we see now, he's falling at the lowest GPM of all, 78 at the moment. So it's really bad.
Yeah, that was one of our fears. You brought that up earlier on in this game, and exactly right. Oh, Pebbles almost with the clutch play there. He had a regeneration rune, popped it just a little bit too early. That one last Witch Slayer auto attack knocked it off before he PK'd out. Very nicely done. We see actually Witch Slayer with a haste rune on as well. Wards all around. Wretched Hag down in this bottom lane. He needs to man up right here. He's got the ultimate up. He's going to have the Sonar Scream. This is a kill on Dark Lady if he can connect with the ultimate. And let's see, looks like he's not going to go for it. All he has to do is force that charging strikes. Maybe Hag's waiting for 11 with a level 2 ultimate. That's a really easy kill onto a Dark Lady with absolutely no stats, a Stout Shield, Ghost Marchers, and a Life Tube. Not going to do anything in the way of surviving that Wretched Hag damage. We'll see.
Yeah.
It looks like Hag. Oh, he's thinking about it. He wants to do it, but he doesn't want to hop into the tower. Min, I'm on the edge of my seat. It's a Nail Biter. He's level 11. Is he going to do it? Come on, I'm giving him this introduction. I'm Silver.
I think he's not doing it.
Oh, what a bummer. In the mid lane, Witch Slayer going to be able to pick up the tier 1 tower kill. That is scary. Part of the problem when you put 4 heroes up in the top lane, we see Pebbles was kind of up in the top, lingering around, hoping for a 16-minute rune, it looks like. Uh-oh, he's going to get engaged on. Witch Slayer, you're going to hop right into his face. That's what he wanted. There's the combo. Easy kill for Eric Pro right there. I don't know, mate. Is that the beginning of a comeback? Very well could be.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, he just portal key into Pebbles. That's not one thing that you really want to do. I mean, yeah. So looks like, wow, he actually got the kill. I mean, the tower for Wretched Hag, and he's a bit in trouble right now. And one more hit. Oh, he
just ult him. There you go. Oh, very nicely done by I'm Silver. He gets the tower kill, gets the Dark Lady, and he makes it out. Aluna gonna stumble into the party just a little bit too late. She may have brought the cola, but wow, there's nobody to drink it with. Very nicely done. Wretched Hag with the clutch plays. Telling you, man, continuing to impress me. Now sitting 2-0-2 here, about 16 minutes in. Sitting on 340 GPM. It's not so bad for a suicide lane Wretched Hag.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing really very well. I mean, he's actually on par with the mid Witch Slayer, which actually dominates Pebbles earlier on. So he's really doing really well in a suicide lane. So yeah, he really impressed me as well.
Yep. And Predator with an interesting item pickup. He's got that Insanitarius, an interesting choice. Not a bad item, just not one we see all too frequently. Pardon me, missing Plague Rider getting taken out in the mid. Looks like a pretty easy kill there for Witch Slayer. I think he dropped the silver bullet. Yeah, he did. So the squishy Plague Rider just going to die. Get insta-gibbed by the Witch Slayer. Wow, look at the health pool. Plague Rider with 580. Let's see, the silver bullet does 650 magic pre-mitigation. That's almost a one-shot. All you have to do is connect with the graveyard, and there you go. Yeah, that's a dead Plague Rider.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, just the graveyard and silver bullet. It's a free kill for Witch Slayer. So it's pretty much. I mean, Plague Rider is really far behind.
See, these are the games where I love playing Witch Slayer, man. I support Witch Slayer every time I see it. I just feel like it's a disappointment compared to what Witch Slayer could be. And when he snowballs a little bit like this, gets a few levels up. I mean, he is leading the way, tied with Hag at level 12. It's just so much fun. He does so much burst damage with that portal key. I love the mobility, the aggression that it gives. Tiffany here, the pink Witch Slayer, 5-1-0. He's not sharing any kills, man. Every silver bullet has been for a kill so far. That's what I'd like to see with my Witch Slayers.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Witch Slayer is a hero which is on par with Polywalk Priest. I mean, he can't really support. He can support, but it's not to the fullest potential. If you actually make him as a somewhat a carry support, we can say this. I mean, like Polywalk Priest, he's really very strong and he can really disable his opponents pretty much with graveyard and miniaturization. Yeah, so he's pretty much a good disabler. So yeah, I mean, it's a waste to make him just a roamer or a support.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you, sir. And yeah, miniaturization, you can go for that more aggressive Witch Slayer build where you just level Graveyard and miniaturization and not get power drain. But as we already talked about, against the Pebbles solo mate, it makes a lot of sense. See Rampage trying to set something up, but he's going to cancel the charge, probably wisely so. Charging into all that magic damage. If he had vestments, then I may say that, okay, maybe he could engage this, but he needs that magic armor. And he's going to get tossed forward. But actually a beautiful blink by Witch Slayer. He's going to mitigate the whole thing. A nice disjoint right there. And he's going to pop that Invis Room up in the top. We see Predator. He's going to be able to get this Tier 1 tower. All 5 heroes for our Legion team, Ss2K, going to be grouped up in the mid. But they're not doing much. They have no Tier 1 tower. They're not able to push. They're just kind of here and ready, waiting for an incoming initiation. There's a ward of rev down. Witch Slayer needs to be very careful. Is he going to walk in range? Oh my gosh, he's playing with fire right now. I just covered my mouth because he has to be like on the cusp of that. They're going to initiate onto Plague Rider here, and look at that. The Bat Blast going to connect with all 4 of them. Going to finish off Plague Rider. And yeah, it's going to be the end of a Luna as well. They do manage to pick up a kill onto Wretched Hag, though. Nicely done by Dark Lady. Witch Slayer on the run. Monarch's going to come in. Only level 5 on that Monarch. Going to throw a disable. Needs to be a little bit careful. Going to get caught by the Stampede. Not going to go for the follow-up Horn Strike. Poor Rampage. Just can't be aggressive at all here. I do manage to pick up a kill, though. 4 to 11. This deficit, though, Min. 14k gold, 13k experience. Ouch.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, they managed to pick up a kill at least on Wretched Hag, thanks to Dark Lady. And yeah, I mean, well, it's still a loss for them. And at least, I think Dark Lady got a kill. Is it? No. Actually, Rampage got a kill. So, but well, actually, yeah. So it's still a loss for a Legion team, but at least they managed to pick up 1 instead of nothing. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Dark Lady's got a little bit in the back now. 1100, she'll be able to pick up that Sustainer pretty quickly, if that's what she wants to grab next. I still think Mystic Vestments may be the way to go right here. I mean, Predator is still going to be stary in this game, but so far he hasn't had too much of an impact. We talked about Dark Lady's ability to outcarry him eventually. The problem is just the disparity in their farms. Dark Lady sitting around 200, Predator really just having a field day in this game, sitting above 400 GPM here, farming the jungle. Absolutely not a care in the world, sitting level 12. I don't think Dark Lady can catch up at this point. Even if he gets that Rune Cleaver as quickly as possible from this point forward, we're still looking at least a 25-minute Rune Cleaver. And I think that's still going to be a stretch.
Yeah, I mean, it's really late now when it's at the trending mark and he still has not finished his Sustainer, so it's really far behind compared to Predator. I mean, Predator is like 2 times more farm than Dark Lady, and you don't want that to happen because, well, Predator is really also a snowball hero where he gets strong at an earlier than his foes, and he just ripping everyone once he leave, and he just normal attack, auto attack all the way, and yeah, supported by his teammates. So pretty much right now he's really overfarmed and compared to the Legion team. So they actually needs to do something on Predator because they did not actually harm Predator at the NC or the lane. So they actually can set up something on Predator.
Yep, and an interesting statistic to look at, as has been past few casts we've done actually, man, that damage tab, 28% done by Witch Slayer, 26 by Wretched Hag. That is incredible. More than 50% of the total hero damage done has been by these 2 spellcasters. And we see a Codex actually in the inventory of Witch Slayer. Oh man, I have to admit I've done this build before, and it is so much fun. That is a free kill for Tiffany every single time. Poor Killer X, man. He's not having a fun time.
Yeah, I mean, a Codex on a Witch Slayer is like it's as the same as Codex on a Pyromancer, where you get the kill instantly with the ultimate and the Codex together. So yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm sure we'll continue to see some insta-give action. Up in this top lane, Predator here being very aggressive. We see Pebbles hiding off in the side, eager and ready to make something happen. Unfortunately, no portal key on him. 1,300 gold in the bank, though. It's not too bad. It would be nice if he could have picked one up, you know, maybe 5-10 minutes ago, of course. But he's still well on his way. to well, I don't want to say timely portal key, but a portal key nonetheless. Perhaps that'll help this Legion team out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, with the portal key picked up, he will be able to at least pick up Monarch and Bombardier. So it's pretty much he has he has 2 heroes to kill. So it's not a really waste. I mean, yeah, so he can actually farm the creep right now with his skills. So at least to get a portal key pick up as soon as possible instead of just like delay it any more further because it's really late now. And at the bottom lane, Dark Lady faced trouble right here, and the silver. Oh, the Witch Slayer actually used the silver bullet to actually taunt Dark Lady, and wow, it's just wow.
Yeah, he actually didn't use the silver bullet, believe it or not. He did the nice cancel cast at the end, but the sound went off.
Yeah, I mean he taunted Dark Lady with the silver bullet.
Yeah, that's wow, the ultimate middle finger gesture in game. I suppose if Witch Slayer could flip you off, I think that's the way he would do it. You see Rampage here trying to make something happen. He did have a Stampede charged up, but again, kind of forced to cancel it. Richard Hag still with the Bat Blast, going to go straight in. Can he line it up? There it is, going to connect with both of them. That's going to be the end of Plague Rider. The Bombardier ult comes in, and yeah, that's going to be a pretty easy double kill there for Wretched Hag. I don't think they needed that Bombardier ult, but couldn't hurt. All the while, Predator going to push the tier 2 up in the top lane. Down here in the bottom, looks like these 3 guys going to be able to get this tier 2 here as well. So good news all around for this Hellborn team, it looks like. Predator now can continue to pressure this mid lane. I think the Legion team is just stretched too thin. Aluna and Plague Rider still level 6. That is just so painful.
Yeah, it's. I mean, Plague Rider is still level 6 while Wretched Hag is already level 16, so it's really very easy kill if Wretched Hag is really farmed up and he just dominates the support so easily with the Sonar Scream and the Bat Blast. So yeah, it's really. I mean, Wretched Hag is really doing a very good job here, impressing me a lot in this game.
Yeah, he has had one hell of a game. And again, the part that stands out is that he was in the suicide lane. You know, if he was in that solo mid-roll against Pebbles, then maybe it'd be like, okay, yeah, Wretched Hag's doing well. We would expect that, kind of like Witch Slayer. But here, he really did have a tough opposition to start things off. And he not only he also didn't concede deaths, but was able to pick up a few kills and quite a bit of farm as well. We're going to see him pressure this bottom lane a little bit. Unfortunately, from the low ground, they're going to have a couple misses uphill, but they are going to be able to clear out the last remaining tier 2 tower. No towers have been lost by the Hellborn team either. Yeah, 4-16. Hate to call it too early, Min, but it's feeling pretty over.
Yep. Well, they still had a chance if Pebbles actually picked up his portal key. Right now, he's like 200 growths away from his portal key, and yeah, so if he had it and they have the initiation power and might be able to set something up well, because it's Dark Lady after all, and Dark Lady is really scary if he's farmed up. So perhaps if Pebbles get his portal key and maybe able to set some kills, but oh, so there's an engage going on, and wow, Pebbles already be able to take down Bombardier, and well, there's a nice playbook down there bouncing off, but Predator is like just ripping off everyone in the front line, and there goes, and down goes Plague Rider as well as Witch Slayer. Wow, so Pebbles got his portal key there, and so be able to take down yeah, Witch Slayer. So but eventually they lost the engage.
Yeah, it's going to be a 5-for-2 overall. Predator barely going to be able to escape there. That was such a close call. I think he had about 40 hit points or so when it was all said and done. He needs to be a little bit careful against these creeps here. He's going to be able to survive. For a second there, I thought he might get a bad batch of RNG perhaps and get taken out by the Ancients, but very convincing team fight for the Hellborn side. Unfortunately, I think the Plague Rider ultimate was pretty nice, but if it could have come out just a little bit earlier when that Hellborn team was clumped up a little more, it was actually pretty nice initiation from Rampage onto that Monarch. Nice follow-up from Pebbles as well. The Chuck was enough to pick up the kill pretty much right away.
Yep.
Nice right. Done.
They had a really nice initiation just now, but I think Predator is too farm and he just like at the front line killing everyone down there where his teammates are run off. Wow, it look there, just a graveyard and a silver bullet. There goes Plague Rider. So he's in big trouble now. A charge goes on Rampage and a horn strike. There he goes. A kill to Rampage.
Yep. Again, very nicely done. Rampage showing us why we were talking about Rampage being a scary potential carry hero, and that's exactly what Rampage can do. He's so underfarmed and still able to make those kind of kills happen. Just imagine if Rampage had been solo mid instead of Pebbles. You know, perhaps he could have been one to have a driving force in this game. It's a little bit of a shame. I always like seeing a Rampage get a little bit out of control. He's such an irritating player to play, or hero to play against, man. If I have to say, if there's one hero that I'd want out of Han from a player perspective, it would be Rampage. Nothing makes me more angry than getting griefed by Rampage.
Yeah, me as well. I don't really like Rampage where like he's such a good support and he's such a strong carry. I mean, he roams around the map so easily just by the Stampede, and his magic immunity. I mean, he's magic immune where he charges to you and you are alone, you are most probably dead.
Yep. Well, and that's exactly what he can do. You know, just like a Parasite, just like a Pebbles, as we were talking about, he can grief those really squishy support heroes. And it's really no joke. He can just take that one weak target, Monarch in this case is probably the best example, and just pick on him all day long and pull him into a terrible position. And you know Monarch with Striders isn't going to get away if he's getting beat on him. And of course, after the ultimate, you know, you get the stun from Stampede, you can get the bash from Horn Strike, then the ultimate, and then you have another bash coming up just a few seconds after that. It's just so much crowd control that he can put out on one target. We do see some nice initiation onto Predator. Unfortunately, though, he is not going to be the ideal target. They're not going to be able to take him down, and both Rampage and Pebbles are going to get taken out. Double tap going to come out for Tiffany on the Witch Slayer. Very nicely done. Predator just a bit too beefy now. He's got the Soul's Bulwark as well as the Warp Clef. He's life-stealing too fast. He's absorbing that damage. Stonehide, I'm sure, playing a pivotal role right there. It's going to be a 4-for-0 exchange. Luna, the only one left alive. And just look at these structures, man. It's like butter to a warm knife. Predator at 1 health.
Yeah. Luna could pick off Pebbles down. I mean, Predator down there with the power show, but he does not have the ultimate.
Yep. And we'll see here, is this going to be one of these situations where we see all the lanes pushed, or we see them just push for the win? A couple of heroes are going to pop up, so they may be forced back. Witch Slayer going to use that level 4 power drain, and they actually still have quite a bit of health and mana here. They're going to be able to stick around, at least clear out some of these structures, the huts and what have you, if they would so choose. They could probably just take another engage here. Did Hag even use the Bat Blast? She did. Look at Hag's items, though. Carry Wretched Hag, Shield Breaker, as well as an Assassin Shroud. So, Hag's right-click auto-attack DPS here, actually a little bit scary in this game.
Yeah, he has pretty high DPS right here, as we don't normally see a carry Ratchet Hack, at the least. With Shieldbreaker and Shroud, I mean, yeah. A Shroud Ratchet Hack, oh my god.
Yeah, Shroud in particular, always interesting. Witch Slayer continuing to level up that Codex, and also, I mean, just Predator. I can't believe we haven't really mentioned that he has both an Insanitarius as well as an Elder Parasite. That is a combo you don't see too frequently. The damage that you take from those two active at the same time is pretty scary. I mean, it does turn you into a glass cannon in kind of the truest sense of the phrase. Usually it's one or the other, if any.
Yeah, definitely. With Elder Parasite and Insanitarius, you will receive damage like so fast and you will be taken down so easily. And there's an engage coming through, a Bombardier ultimate, but it's not any of the use. Wow, ultimate cast by Rampage, but not be able to take down Predator. But I mean, Predator is so tank and he's tanking everything. And well, like we said just now, our Predator is so vulnerable with the 2 items, but looks like they are still not be able to burst down Predator like anytime soon right now. So well, I should take back my word. He's still tank with the demonic breastplate.
Absolutely. And I mean, they almost finished off Pebbles. He got away by the skin of his teeth there. This game is over, though. It's been a little bit drawn out at this point. I'd say it's completely over. 7-31. A very nice showing from our Hellborn team, though. It is a little bit expected in these open tournaments. You know, 64 teams. You sort of expect the early rounds perhaps to be a little bit one-sided. So, still an interesting game though. Always fun to see item choices. Now we can officially say that we've seen an Assassin, Shroud, Shieldbreaker, Wretched Hag in a competitive game. So, I'm happy for that, Min.
Yeah, this is my first time seeing this as well. I mean, perhaps this game is too easy for them and they decided to go for this build. I mean, there's far better build. I mean, a Harkon Blade on a Wretched Hag is powerful as well. I mean, you don't have to go for Shieldbreaker.
Yeah, yeah, exactly right. So yeah, that is one thing. I mean, yeah, even a Hellflower into Harkons, like you were saying, is even Sheepstick on Hag is pretty scary. We're gonna see Hag do quite a bit of damage. Actually, a Bloodbath streak here coming out for Hag. I'm not sure when that death appeared. Is he 1 kill away from an Immortal?
Nope, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Although, I don't remember when they killed him. Interestingly enough, though, we do see Pebbles pushing this Tier 2 tower. His Ancient is under attack, but he's pushing the lane, don't worry. He is going to port back, though. He's going to defend the well. Predator, he may actually get taken out here. Going to get ulted by Rampage, but no.
Oh.
Rampage going to get taken out. Immortal quad kill here for this Wretched Hag. I'm Silver. Going to be able to take a trophy home from this one, I think. That will seal the deal now that the World Tree is officially exposed. I think she's going to fall. It's going to be all she's wrote. Pebble is going to go in for one last effort. He's given her all she's got, but yep, Bombardier going to survive. GG. First win of the night is going to go to Team WSFB in the brackets. Here they are tagged up as something a little bit different. TFOA.
Yeah.
So, GG nonetheless. 19-1 and 10 Hag. Think safe to say she's the MVP for this game, Min.
Yeah, definitely. He went to the suicide lane, lanes again a tri lane, and he managed to get farm up so well. I mean, wow, it's not easy to do that. And he really impressed me this game. Wow, idol.
Myself as well. So sit tight, guys. We're going to have another game coming up here momentarily.